All right, well, welcome to NC Tech Digital 101. Thank you for registering and tuning in this morning. My name is Ben Tramontana. I am the membership services here at NC Tech. I've been here for about a year and a half now. Uh, and this is a program that we run monthly and also post recordings on our YouTube page if you'd like to see that later or send it to a colleague. Today we're going to be going over a few different items. We'll be going over NC Tech Online. Uh, so going to be on our web page and going through the different resources on that, the events page, and just kind of how to navigate that website. We'll also be going over the Member Info Hub. That is where you can register for events, update personal information, and I'll go over a little bit more about how you get logged into that later. We'll also be going over NC Tech Connect, which is our social platform exclusive for members. And there you can create and engage with posts, join interest, peer, and different leadership groups as well. And then we'll have a small time for some Q&A at the end. All right, just a brief snapshot of our website. We'll go a little bit more in depth once we get over to the website, but uh, we'll go over the member directory, how you can search alphabetically, you can searchable by name as well, and category. We'll be going over the events calendar as well as the membership toolkit, different member discounts, our research and talent offerings as well, and many other things. At the Member Info Hub, like I said, so this is for members, and once you get signed on as a member, um, you should receive a login to the Member Info Hub. And if you have not, that just means you weren't included in a roster that the team at your company has submitted, but we are happy to get you added if you are with a member company. And that's where you can, like I said, manage your information. You can pay any outstanding invoices you might have, manage your directory listing, choose different email subscriptions. It's a good way to register for events and also find other members. NC Tech Connect, like I said, this is our virtual platform that is exclusive to members. We have about 1,350 different individuals on this platform. It's very similar to a LinkedIn style. It's a great place to network with your peers and uh, share posts, and you can even directly message different individuals as well. Um, like I said, there's plenty of different groups that you can join. We'll go over a few of those onto the website. All right. Well, from here, I'm going to stop sharing this screen and then move over to the website. We can go from there. Just give me 1 second here. Jeez. There we go. Right. Now, when you go to nctech.org, this is the homepage. You will see a few different current happenings on this banner that will scroll through here. Um, as you scroll down, you'll see the upcoming events. As you can see, the NC Tech Digital 101 is slated for this morning, and that's right here. We have a couple of different events coming up. We have a Young Tech Professionals Network info session tomorrow. So if that's also something you're interested in, I would highly recommend tuning into that as well. And you can see some of the other things that we have coming up. All right, and from here, we will check out the member directory. And this is where you can locate all members of NC Tech and also your own member company and kind of view what that page looks like on here. So, like I said, you can search alphabetically by letter here, or if you were wanting to look by company, you can search. And this is where you can have different information about your company. You can have website, social links, address. Um, you can input some about information. You can even have videos, photos, different things like that. So it's very beneficial if you're trying to learn about some other companies that are members and just kind of get a feel for what they do, um, and also display your own information. And that's all done through our member info hub, which we'll go over a little bit later. And I'm also happy to help anyone get some updates to their member directory. All right, we'll go back and show that you can search by different categories. We have all these categories here. So we can look at tech companies that have a North Carolina headquarters. And that brings up a list of about 127 of our member companies are tech company with NCHQ, which is very impressive. And you'll see on this cool map here where most of those are located. But yes, I would definitely recommend just taking some time and going to look at the member directory and scroll through and um, learn a little bit more about who's a member of NC Tech. All right. From there, we will move on to our events calendar. This is where you will see and also are able to register for all of our different events. There's a couple different ways that you can do so, but this is one way you can register for events. You can scroll through here. So now if you wanted to register for our Brews and Bites in Wilmington that's coming up on March 4th, you click on that here. You'll see some more information here, when and where, and then this register tab here. You click on that. It'll take you to this page and you just have to follow the prompts um, and go that way. And if you do have a login to the Info Hub, you would do that here. All right. And if you're interested in sponsoring, uh, great person to reach out to is my colleague Rachel or Tracy Sternberg, and they will be happy to get you set up. Right. And we have 6 signature events at NC Tech. We just had our first one last week in Charlotte at Outlook for Tech. You will see all of them posted here. Tech Fest will be a new event this year, hosted in the Durham downtown area. Then we have our Golf Classic and Leadership Summit. That's always in August at Pinehurst. And then we have our Summit for Women in Tech. That's at a new venue this year in Asheville, and we're very excited for that one. And then to wrap up the year, we have our NC Tech Award celebration, always hosted in the Triangle. All right, moving on from there, we'll go on to some talent and research. Each year, NC Tech releases the State of the Industry report, which actually was released last week at our Outlook for Tech. We also do IT job trends monthly. So if you're interested, take a look there. This is where our State of the Industry report, there's a specific website that you can follow here if you're interested to see how North Carolina stacks up in the technology industry versus other states. We were proud to announce that North Carolina ranks number one in women in technology. All right, a little bit more on the talent side. We do have a job page, so you can visit our job board. Let's see what's on there as of right now. We have 14, quite a bit from MetLife, Cisco, uh, pretty impressive group of companies. So I'd recommend taking a look at that if you're in the job market or if you're looking to post jobs that if you're a member, we're happy to have those posted as well. Righty. All right, now we're going to move on to our marketing toolkit. This is a great way for smaller to medium size members to take advantage of this. We offer many different blogs that you can submit forms for, so we're happy to post that and provide some visibility. So take a look at that if you're interested. Um, Also, if you're interested in sharing that you're a proud NC Tech member, you can download one of these seals and either post on LinkedIn or add it to your website. Um, but there's some of that information for you. Now we're going to move over to NC Tech Connect, that digital platform we were talking about earlier. You can see here's the homepage. I highly recommend if you're new to the group, introducing yourself, um, just letting the group know who you're with, um, what you do, and things of that nature. So you'll see different posts on here. We just had Stuart join this past week, and he's a board of advisor, so he just made this great post, and it's exciting to have people active and posting here. Like I said, we have many different groups and interest groups. Some of them um, are exclusive to join, like our Board of Advisors group. You do have to be a Board of Advisor to join that interest group, as well as like the Young Tech Professionals Network. Those are exclusive, and you'd have to get permission to join those. But a lot of these that you can join, we are looking at consolidating some of them due to inactivity, but keep an eye out for those. Another thing that's beneficial to this is you can search for members and also directly message them. So if you're looking to talk to somebody specifically, you can do a quick search and send them a message. So I'll send my message to my colleague Alex. So it's nice to be able to do that. Gives you a nice soft landing with someone if you're interested in chatting with them. But all right, that's pretty much our NC Tech Connect platform. I'm happy to answer any questions later or via email. We will move on to the member info hub. All right. And this is like I said, you should receive a login link when you sign up as a member. If not, feel free to email me after this and I will make sure to get you added if your company is a member. So this is what you'll see as soon as you log into the info hub. You can watch this video here, which is a little bit more um, of a deep dive as well if you need a refresh on how to do anything through here. So you will see here our upcoming events on this page here. Really easy to register for those that you see coming up. You'll also see if you have an account balance on this right-hand side. So if your membership was due or you registered for an event that had a cost with it, you could go to billing here. There's also a refer tab here if you're interested in referring somebody to NC Tech. We're always grateful and happy to receive some referrals. All right, so that's the home page. You can tab over here on the left side to My Info if you need to update any contact info, if you want to add a professional bio, you can add some groups this way, different contact information that you can change. You can also view your company's membership here. You can also set up auto pay if that's something you're interested in. And then here also in billing, this is also where an invoice would pop up if you had one outstanding, and you'd be able to pay through this way as well. All right, and now we'll move over to the directory listing. This is kind of what you see on the back end from what we looked at on the website. This is where you can make different changes. You do have to have primary contact role for your company if you want to make those changes. I'm also always happy to let you know who the primary contact is for that company as well. But you can make changes and do all those things here. And that's what shows on the website. All right, I'll tab down to my subscriptions. This is where you can sign up for different distribution lists. We just launched a cybersecurity network this year, so if you're interested in cyber, I'd highly recommend going in and checking this box and getting on that list. We also convene the government vendor network quarterly. So if you work a lot with the public sector, I would recommend getting on that one as well. You'll see some of these are private. Like I said, those are for the exclusive groups, which you'll be added to if you're a part of one of those by one of the NC Tech staff. All right. We also have another way to look at the events calendar. Not as clean as on our website, but also gets the job done. So this will already have you logged into your account. So you'd be able to click on one of these events here and register now. And it's very similar to what you see on our website. You can also see the member directory from this view. Same thing with the events calendar. Not as put together on the website, more of a back end, but does the same uh, ability as the other one. So you can click on different companies through here as well and view your own. There's some different resources as well. We have a discount for some white paper and post some other things in here as well. You're also able to look at the job board on here. All right. Well, now that we have gone through that, I will open up some time for questions. I'm happy to ask. I see there's a few here in the Q&A spot. Yes, Dre, the recording will come out. All right. I see Patricia. Patricia, a follow-up email will go out after this, and um, feel free to respond to that, and I will get you set up with my colleague Aaron Fuller. Or if you want to email him, his email is aaron@nctech.org. I'll type it in the chat here for you. He is our manager of membership development. So I don't believe Qualis is a member, but if you want to email him, he will get you all set up. All right, I will stick around for another minute or two and see if we have any more questions come in. And another answer for you, Patricia. Uh, you do not have to be a member to access or view the job board, but if you would like to post a job, you do have to be a member. Yes. All right. I see Abraham came in with a question. Hey, Abraham. I'm gonna type my email here in for you, and if you want to send me an email outlining what kind of partnership you have an idea for, I will um, answer if I can. If not, I will forward you on to the right person within the organization. All right. I don't see any other questions coming through, so I will wrap up this webinar. Thank you all for joining. Look forward to hearing from some of you and connecting with some of you soon.